Hi, I'm Dr. Ted Rogers. This is History by the Plate. St. Patrick's Day is around the corner, and for me, that conjures up images of hot pastrami on rye and a nice cold green beer. But did you know that the Irish connection to pastrami is actually very, very recent and only exists in the United States? In fact, the history of pastrami is one of the oldest histories of any deli meats and is shrouded in mystery, exodus, and mass migration. So how do we get a slice of this history? Let's check it out. In 70 AD, the Romans expelled the Jews from Israel. Many Jews migrated north into what we now call Romania. Some made their way through Greece, where they learned a style of preserving meat called pastos. Others made the journey through what we now call Turkey and learned a similar process of preservation called basdurma. Both processes used salt to cure the meat. They sprinkled it on thin strips, but they brined thicker cuts and coated them with herbs and smoked them. The two names joined to form the new word pastirma, which then morphed into the word pastrama. The type of meat preferred at this time was actually large goose breasts. By the 1800s, the Romanian government's persecution of the Jews increased, so that by the 1870s, many began the process of immigrating to the United States, with most settling in New York, bringing with them the taste they had developed over the centuries. However, goose meat was expensive in the U.S. In New York, though, beef was cheap, especially lesser cuts. So the Romanian Jewish immigrants began brining and smoking slabs of beef brisket to make the pastrama. Simultaneous to the influx of Romanian Jews in America was the second wave of Irish immigrants, many also settling in New York. In Ireland back then, as well as today, they celebrated St. Patrick's Day with a meal including bacon as the main meat, and Irish whiskey. But alas, in New York, bacon was expensive. Remember, pork ruled in the South, but beef and mutton in the North. So, by 1920, they adopted the cheaper, plentiful pastrama for the St. Patrick's Day celebration, which they purchased at the local Jewish delis. The method of production and the name continued to morph, so that by 1932, according to the Oxford Food History Companion, the first English use of the word pastrami appeared in print. Oh, and the green beer? That came about via a marketing campaign by Budweiser in 1980. I hope that this has been fun and informative. For more fun history, recipes, and travel tips, check out our website at www.historybytheplate.com. Oh, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is fun and free. Happy cooking!